everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Code. The last session was quite emotional, but through the hard efforts of everyone, you guys successfully managed to free Lily from the warp. Yay!
Yay!
Hooray!
And we'll resume this session right where we left off, with you guys on the roof, and what do you guys want to do now?
I recall that we are currently giving some small child a nice big group hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are hugging.
Yeah. Brad eventually lets go. Can you stand?
Lily slowly nods. She still doesn't fully seem to know why everyone is hugging her, but she can indeed stand.
Louisa just calmly walks over and then just kind of like looks and studies Lily up and down to ensure there's no there's no injuries, and then also saying about her magic and stuff like that to see if she's really returned back.
Lily flinches at Louisa, walking up, and just looks at her and then looks back at her feet, kind of ashamed. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't do anything either, though.
Louisa notices that and frowns, looking a little bit upset. She firmly but very, very also gently grabs Lily's chin and makes her look back up to her. She kneels down a little bit, keeping Lily's gaze, and she goes, "Are you all right?"
Why are you being nice to me?
Louisa just stares at her a little confused, and she goes, "Why wouldn't I be?"
Because I yelled at you, and I did the weird warpy thing, and
Louisa sighs, and then she looks over to her hand that actually is still holding the cube, and she goes, "That wasn't you, Lily. The warp changed you. It preyed on your fears, your anxiety, as well as your inner wants of wanting to return back to what you had. It's not your fault."
if they were inner once, isn't it still my fault?
Complicated.
Feelings are complicated, dear. They always are. But that's what makes us human.
I hurt so many people. I don't know why you guys are still here.
Louisa giggles a bit, and then she actually taps the underside of Lily's chin fondly, and she goes, "Because we love you, dear."
You guys love me? After everything I did?
Sure. Brad is looking away. He's blushing. He's not sure the word love is the right thing. Is the right word for him.
Louisa rolls her eyes in, and she goes, "Oh, admit it already, dear. You at least are fond of Lily, or you wouldn't have been through all this effort."
Yeah.
Sori says, "Don't worry, the people that died will be okay."
Are you sure about that? How would you know?
Because the happy shirt says they'll all come back if we believe hard enough.
the dumbest thing that I have ever heard, but you do you, I guess.
There's a happy.
Let's not overwhelm her with such things.
Yeah, Louisa kind of sighs and nods in agreement.
We've had a long night. Let's go get some much needed rest. We'll talk more later.
Oh,
Louisa. Go ahead.
I just realized something. I don't feel the warp much, but for some reason, Fox and Swabby are still here.
Oh, yeah, they are still here. No hard feelings about earlier. Talking to Fox.
Hmm. Do you want to take this, Kira, or do you want me to take it?
That is what I was wondering. uh, you can nab the fox.
Okay. Fox is gonna smile warmly at you and then say, I will murder you in your sleep.
Of course he would.
Please don't.
The only reason I haven't yet is because I'm just that nice. Also,
Sure.
Lily asked me not to.
Fair enough.
Also, I realized I never actually showed you guys what the artifact looked like, and I've had it under handouts all this time.
Oh,
That's the artifact.
orb.
I just thought Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm getting flashbacks.
It's a cube shape with a ball in the center. Smaller than that naturally, but yeah, it's a cube with a ball in the center.
I assume this ball in the center is not made of nuclear material, right?
I mean, none of you have a Geiger counter, so how would you know?
In any case, I think our job here tonight is over.
Louisa stands up and she rests a hand on top of Lily's head fondly, while she eyeballs the cube or the artifact in her hand as she goes, I'll need just a little bit of time to study this real quick, as well as to study Lily. It would appear, Lily, that since you cannot feel the warp, your magic might be gone.
Oh.
By how much or how little, it's hard to say at the moment, especially since then she eyeballs the others. The fox and the dog are still here.
Fox glances around at you all as you stare at him and says, Oh, you're wondering why we're still alive. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you see, the cube is there, and we're here.
Okay.
I
Which
thought
links-
I was doing that. Oh no.
Which links to some suspicions I have, Louisa says with a firm frown. But she sighs, she goes, but one thing at a time. For the moment, Lily, it does seem like your magic is gone. But
You were doing it for us, and then all your powers went into the cube, so now the cube is the one doing it.
So there's not anything left.
Nope.
well, regardless.
Oh, did I I'm sorry. Did I mess up?
Huh?
So I might have messed up because it's been a bit. Give me a second, cause like I said, I've been kind of been dealing with some cats, so it's been a lot. It's been very full on, and I like for example the artifact and how I've been calling it a cube despite there being a circle in it. Let me just reread all of this and I see. Okay. So about the stuff where I said the cube is powering Fawkes and the koala dog.
Yeah.
That was incorrect.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So just rewind that and forget Fawkes said anything.
Okay.
So you were saying, so Lily was saying about yeah, look, Ninja, would you like to restart from the question you were asking about how Fawkes is still there?
Fox and Swabby are still here for some reason.
Yeah, no idea how that's happening.
Hmm. I suppose the warp is still a thing, but not nearly as bad as before.
Louisa holds up the artifact and says it could also be because of this. To be honest, don't know what this is, but I will say that she glances to Lily. Something told me that Lily's magic needed to be sealed inside.
Free her, I suppose, from her madness.
The warp madness, yes. So it could be that all of Lily's magic potential is now sealed inside this cube. Or inside the artifact. I'm just gonna say artifact.
Fair. If that's the case, we should probably find a safe spot for that. Locked behind a safe or something.
I leave it in my hands for a while. She says as she kind of observes it. You have my word that I won't do anything too dangerous, but I do wish to study it and Lily just for a little while. Not only that, she said, then she looks over to Selena. Selena looking actually quite exhausted as she rubs her eyes. I think we'll need to have Selena also come with us. And then Selena kind of jolts and she goes, Me too? Why? And Louisa responds, You were connected to Lily, were you not? You had a contract. Technically, it was not actually her but her warp self. But your power came from her, didn't it? Selena looks confused for a second. She goes, Wait. And she looks to Lily kind of afraid.
Uh,
Yeah, warp stuff is complicated. I'll let you all deal with it for now. But Lily, if there's anything that you need, just call me. All right?
Lily smiles a little bit at that and just kind of gives a small nod.
Talk to you tomorrow. Or rather, later, considering it's morning.
Yeah.
We're all very tired.
Definitely a day's rest is needed. If you like, you all are welcome to convene in my shop again. That's where I will probably more likely be as I study this thing. And then she looks to Lily. If you wish to come with me or go to your home, Lily, that is also your decision, but I highly recommend you also rest.
I probably should make sure my dad's okay.
Of course.
Alright. Let's go home.
Louisa nods as she fondly strokes the top of Lily's head, and she says, "Do not fret, dear. None of us hold a grudge against you. We are just very relieved that you're back."
You know, it's all confusing and wanky, but I think I'm glad to be back too.
Louisa smiles. She goes, "We know you are." And then she holds up the artifact. "Because you wouldn't have let your powers be sealed away if you did not wish to come back."
I guess that's kind of true. She can't fight that.
Louisa knows, so Louisa just gives a giggle and a knowing smile, and then she just lightly gives her a firm pat on the back and ushers her to go.
Lily heads on off to go check on her father.
You head on down and head on into your apartment and into the room, and there he is. He turns and he smiles at you and says, "Are you done hanging out with your friends? Do you need something to eat?"
Lily, upon seeing that her dad's okay, kinda just breaks down into tears and runs over and hugs him as tightly as she can.
He hugs you back, and then he says, "Though, could you maybe keep to the 10 p.m. curfew this next time? I was worried about you."
I'm sorry. She just cries.
He, hugs you and tells you it's gonna be okay, and, he makes the shh sound, all that. It's gonna be alright.
But yeah, Brad returns home. He still looks tired, but not as depressed as he was before. What's everybody else doing?
Louisa is heading back to her shop and is very insistent that Selena go with her. So the two of them are heading back to Louisa's shop.
So, you guys are all heading back, and so, was it Brad or Louisa that has the artifact?
Louisa.
Okay. You're taking the artifact back, and Barbie's coming with you.
Hmm.
While they were going, Louisa does kind of eyeball him. She goes, "Why again are you coming, dear?"
Just a moment. I want to assist you.
With?
Well, the cube, of course.
Is there a reason why this has your interests?
It looks interesting.
We know.
That's not. Louisa's not convinced. She goes, "That's not a good enough reason, dear."
Do I need a reason to help friends?
You need a reason to come into my shop, yes. Because that is where I'm heading.
If you don't want me there, just say no.
She kind of just like eyeballs him, but then just shakes her head and sighs. She goes, "You did originally have this. I'll say that much. And you did also suggest it first, which did save Lily. You can stay in my shop for a while I conduct my own research on this.
Okay.
Do not touch anything, though. Understood?"
Barbie understood.
She kind of just stares you down silently and then quietly walks away. Selena just kind of like watching your exchange nervously. She goes, "Are you guys friends or something?"
It's like Brad isn't there at the moment, so.
I know she's asking Barbie.
Brain.
Barbie says, I am friends with everyone.
Ah. Selena kind of just stares at you weirdly. She goes, "Oh yeah, you're friend with that Owen guy, aren't you? Okay, that makes a little more sense." And then she starts to power walk away from you to follow Louisa.
Awkward. But yeah, once it's daytime around noonish, Brad will come by the shop again.
Barbie would have
per-
already gone home by now.
Perhaps with a Lily as well.
Alright. So you guys head into the shop. It's as you left it.
You kind of see Selena behind the counter, like resting her head on the table with a tired expression. She goes, "Mm."
You didn't sleep at all, did you?
Selena's head sits up right away, and she looks dizzy. She goes, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you guys come in. I'm a little out of it, yeah."
The door literally has bells on it.
I haven't been feeling too good," Selena says as she rubs her eye a bit.
You should probably get some rest.
"I can't," Selena says with a sad frown. "I've been helping Louisa lately, and not only that, but it's Lily's with you, right?"
I imagine she is. Is she?
Kira is muted.
Oh,
Oh,
Hello.
No.
hello.
Is Lily currently with Brad?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Selena kind of looks to Lily with a troubled smile. She goes, "I think since our deal is over, Lily, I think I might be getting sick again."
Oh. Oh, that's bad.
Oh. Yeah, you did talk about that, didn't you?
Selena shrugs a bit. She goes, "Yeah, see, I was bedridden for a while in a hospital. They can't
Yeah.
figure out what's wrong with me, so the voice or Lily came to me one day, asked me to play with them and make a deal with them, and I did in return for making me better.
You
I
did. You did say that.
Yeah, and Louisa thinks that because Lily's magic is now technically sealed inside that thing, the deal we originally made is no longer in effect. So she's kind of trying to help me, I think. I think she's trying to help both of us."
I hope for the best for you, Selena.
Selena just kind of shrugs. She goes, "To be honest," and she glances to Lily, "I'm really gonna miss you being in my head, I won't lie."
That sounds kind of weird.
"I know, it's just..." She kind of just looks sad. She goes, You were my first friend. I know as sad as that sounds, but it was true.
Lily smiles faintly at that, but then it's replaced by a frown as she realizes that the fact that she sealed her magic away has kind of hurt her first friend.
Don't feel bad about that, Lily. It's all
Selena-
complicated.
Selena looks confused at first, and then noticing the look Lily has, she immediately like sits up, waving out. She goes, "No, no, 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 no! I'm not saying it's your fault at all. It's not. I swear I'm not. That was not my point. That was not my point. I promise." Just, and then she kind of fidgets a little bit nervously and go giving a small cough. Technically, I was just with you because we had a deal, and I don't know if you still want to be friends anymore.
Of course I want to be friends. I thought you wouldn't want to be friends with me.
Selena looks surprised a little bit to get back by that, and she goes, I mean, you're my first friend. There's no way I'd want to just stop being friends just because of a little deal breaker.
But we did pranks and I made you do things that you didn't want to do all the time, and
Selena kind of rolls back around. She goes, "Yeah, I know. I complained a lot about it, this and that. And I get it, but I used to think it was for my benefit why you made me do that. And to be honest, maybe in some way it was. I mean, I'm socially awkward. The only reason why I became a fashion designer was because you insisted I could, and I did it. And I did pretty good at it for a little while. You also pushed me to, well," and then she looks to Brad, "make new friends."
I mean,
He does smirk at that.
I mean,
you were good at all those things. It's nice to have friends, even if the warp made me do it for bad reasons.
you all hear footsteps in the back come forward as Louisa comes out of the back with the artifact, and she goes, "This also could have been a way that you were secretly asking for help, dear. If you think about it as well. You
What do
brought
you mean?
Selena. You brought Selena to us.
So that she could help save me?
So that she could help us save you."
I guess I didn't think about it like that way.
Selena kind of like nods. She goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because, I mean, usually you had me avoid other people, but for some reason you suddenly showed yourself to them. And I was so confused why. I thought maybe you just wanted to torment them like you did me and just have them do silly stuff sometimes too. But yeah, I can't help but kind of think that she's right. You know, that you knew you were in trouble deep down, so you had me go to them."
Maybe. I don't remember all of it very well.
Fair.
I
So-
mean, they do, but it's like parts were me and parts weren't me, and but it was all me, and it was just
It's
really
complicated.
confusing.
Warp's complicated.
"Indeed," Louisa says with a sigh as she actually raises her sleeve and actually shows her hand. "But I believe you still have potential, Lily. You may not remember this, but while we were trying to free you, you actually healed me using the warp."
Did I?
She kind of pulls her hand down a little bit, and then as she pulls both her sleeves up, and then she like shows you one arm and the other arm, and you can actually see some of the healing that you did. Part of her arm actually looks a little bit normal, not quite as normal as a gray skin old lady can look, but it's no longer black, and some of the blue lines are actually gone compared to her other arm.
I
No
did.
one had. Yes. Even deep within the warp, you still had your caring and selfless nature to heal others.
Do you think it's really all gone?
Louisa lowers back down her sleeves as she silently contemplates. She goes, I'm not certain, to be honest. She looks at the artifact. We still don't know a lot about this artifact. We only know that it has your power sealed. But there was also something connected to it. Some voice told me to use it on you to steal your powers away. Not only that, but I'm not sure if any of you recall, something spoke as Lily's powers was being drained into the artifact.
Didn't sound happy, that's for sure.
From my perspective, it almost sounded like someone scolding another for misbehaving. I, for one, believe that we still need to study this artifact a little bit more better.
I
Though,
mean, you're the only warp expert here, so
which comes to two offers I have. And then she looks to Lily. Lily, years ago, well, perhaps I should say in our past lives together, I broke a promise to you. And I regret it because not only did it lead to our deaths, but it also left you being alone all those years and not have a proper teacher to help you control the warp influence. I believe you still have magical potential. So I re-offer my original offer to be your teacher.
Lily's eyes kind of widen at that. You'd still teach me?
She kind of smiles off. She goes, as long as you do not mind an old lady with one foot in the ground.
I mean, I don't mind it, but you saw what happened. If I do have magic and we train it and things go wrong, what if I lose control again?
Selena kind of throws her, or not Selena, Louisa throws her hands up and motions to both Selena and Brad. And she goes, well, guess we'll just have to save you again, won't we?
yep. And I suppose while we're talking about broken promises, I never wanted to talk to you about any of this, but you deserve the right to know by this point. Lily, do you remember years back, the day our planet was taken from us? How it all started?
Lily's expression darkens and she gives a solemn nod.
That day, I lost everything. So, I know how it feels. To have a home only to have it stripped away from you by forces you couldn't control. But while you were doing everything you could to get back what you lost here, back then, I gave up. I was ready to throw myself into a war that I had no personal stakes in, and eventually bite the bullet for a cause I barely understood. That is until I met you. Despite everything, you kept going. I was able to keep going too because you were there, just being you. I grew attached. I promised that I would protect you, no matter what. In a way, I both succeeded and failed at keeping that promise. You were young then. I tried to make sure you would still have a long and happy life when I'm gone. As soon as we got back here, though, I just wanted to forget that old world, as if it was just a bad dream. I stupidly assumed it was the same for everyone else. I was wrong. The moment we returned here, should have been there for you from the start. You have every right to be mad at me for that. I hurt you, Lily, and I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you, though. I mean, everything I did was messed up and wrong. It would have been a lot better if I had done what you did and just gave in, but
But you
like
didn't.
kind of pokes her fingers together. I'm not. I mean, I'm really, really sorry about everything that I did. But, and I feel a little bit bad about it. I'm not upset that the warp brought me back here. Even if it did go wacko with the powers and made me attack things and all that. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have got to meet you guys again.
It's all really complicated. Like I said before,
Complicated, dear. When you learn to live as long as I have, you kind of learn to either accept it or change it. Besides, we, all of us, including Owen and even Kane as well, have a lot of apologizing to Lily we have to do. But then, Lily apologizes to us as well. So rather than go in a full-on circle, how about we all just forgive and move on,
Lily smiles a bit at that. I think I don't know if I'll ever be able to make up for all the stuff I did, but I like the idea of staying with you guys and still being friends.
like that as well.
Louisa nods softly and she goes, I'm not entirely sure how long I will be here for. I am an old woman after all. But I will be here as long as you need me to. If you wish to still try to unlock your abilities, I will assist you as needed, and to keep my promise that I made to you in our past lives. You have my word this time.
Lily smiles at that as well, though there's a small hint of worry hidden behind that smile. It worries me a little because if I do still have magic and it gets stronger again, I might lose control again. But if that is the case, then training with you, Louisa, is the best idea, probably, because then at least I'll be better equipped to handle it if that ever happens. And if it doesn't, then I guess it doesn't, and nothing bad happens, and we all get to be happy.
Lisa
Yeah.
smiles and nods.
So, if you'll have me as your pupil again, I think I'd like to try that.
Lisa perks up, actually seeming a little bit touched that Lily actually took on her offer. She did kind of expect Lily to say no thank you, and she wouldn't have blamed her. So Louisa actually looks a bit taken back, and she actually almost just really quickly wipes the corner of her eye as she takes a shaky breath. She goes, "I will be very, very glad to be your official teacher now. Thank you, Lily."
I feel like I should be the one thanking you, but then we're just gonna go in a circle again, so.
Yeah.
Lily smiles a bit wider and she just says, "You're welcome."
Louisa nods, looking a little bit more better, and then she looks to Selena and she goes, "And you, dear." Selena tenses up. "I also have an offer for you as well. I'm not entirely sure if I would be able to accomplish it, but since you are indeed no longer under a contract with Lily and that can sustain you, perhaps that could be a temporary replacement." Selena looks shocked and she goes, "I'm in contract with you?" And Louisa frowns and crosses her arms over her. She goes, "Do you have a problem with an old lady being your patron?" And Selena's like, "No, no, not at all."
You could do worse.
And Selena's like, "Well, yeah, but I mean, isn't Lily her student?" And Louisa's like, "Lily is my student. You can also be one as well until we find a way to get you better. Hmm? Or would you rather go back and be sick in your bed?" And Selena's like, "No, thanks."
It seems like we have everything covered. In any case,
Right.
I'm going to head over to the Men in Black sunglasses to give a report.
Alright,
If there's any loose ends.
alright. Well, before that, am I getting spam mail again? I'm just gonna remove the chat box for now. I'm too lazy to deal with it. So, before you leave, could I get everyone to roll a perception check for me?
Boy! Perception. 23.
Okay. So you all are pretty dang perceptive, though. Okay.
Who's
So-
the one for?
Selena.
She's got two characters. So,
Right.
the cube is gone.
Hey, where's the cube exactly?
So looks surprised. And then she looks to us. "I may be getting old, but I do know that I put it right there."
Who is here
Louisa
before
then
us?
looks very angry as she looks around. She goes, "Who is in my shop uninvited?"
Don't look at me.
I didn't do it this time. I didn't do it. I promise.
Do you know who was here before us?
"Dear, nobody was here before us. I've been having Selena watch the desk for almost all night." And Selena's like, "Yes, she has."
Wait, I have something I can do to this. I don't know if this is relevant, but
like find object.
That is detect magic, but reflavored.
So, the orb was definitely there, and there's a faint trail of the warp leading towards a window that is now open.
Think it might have gone that way. Can cubes move?
And Selena goes, "Cubes can move?" And then Louisa looks really annoyed as she just like kind of storms forward and follows the trail.
Should we follow her?
We should definitely follow her.
Okay.
Man, Selena groans as she tirelessly follows everybody else.
You follow it outside, but unfortunately, there's a quite strong breeze, and whatever magical presence has washed away in the wind.
Madam Louisa, can cubes move on their own?
Louisa kind of sighs. She goes, "We're talking about the warp, dear. The warp usually does as it pleases, depending on the situation. With Lily's warp energy, along with whatever else that was sealed inside of it, there's no telling what it could do."
See. Still, this is mildly concerning. We should probably find it as soon as possible. I'll let the MIPS in on this then. He starts texting immediately.
Alright, so what do you say in the text?
Okay. Hold on, I am typing.
So, you guys wait about 30 minutes, and then they respond with a photo of the cube, and it's in a church.
Church? Barbie. Oh, god damn it.
You see a text saying, "I'm going in." And then things just sort of get a little strange. And you guys, no matter where you are, find yourselves not in the little store, not at home, but instead in a large 5-star hotel room with a large pool, a balcony with a view of the entire city, multiple rooms with a bed for each of you.
Do we notice
Le-
this?
Let me finish, but yes, I'm describing what you notice. I'm describing what's happening currently. So, you're in this room, and there's a pool, there's this balcony with a breathtaking view, there's beds and multiple rooms with beds in them, a large toilet with a spa and a sauna as well. And there is Barbie. And a large dining table, and you're all just quietly there. And you feel, I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh,
Does detect magic do anything?
Everything's magic.
Oh god.
13.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wisdom save is the
Yeah.
same as my regular wisdom, so.
Sorry, that's Louisa. And then I'm
Okay.
doing one for Selena.
Oh
So-
no, Selena.
Lily and
She's-
Selena, you feel surprisingly quite happy. I mean, the place looks quite lovely, and like there's a whole buffet table, there's food, there's lovely drinks. It's honestly, you're kind of vibing. You're kind of like really enjoying this and really into it. Brad and Barbie, you guys are feeling quite good about it as well. In fact, you feel very happy here. And like you've got all your friends, everyone's, hopefully I said the right name, Ninja, but you got all your friends here, everyone's happy, and you guys don't have to worry about money anymore, and you just have everything you need. And if you want to go out, there's a door, and there's computer stations, there's games, there's, if you want something, it just appears. It's great. And as for Louisa, you recognize this for what it is. The world has been dramatically shifted once again. But instead of it being back to the world that you guys came from, like when you guys like when you guys died the first time, in this case, the world has just shifted with the intent of making it so no one can be sad ever again. And you feel the effects. You feel the calmness and the desire to just have a good life. But you manage to resist it. But everyone else, you are charmed.
No.
Yeah, great.
Blah.
Barbie, so happy to see you, Brad. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Excellent. Should we have some dinner?
Sure.
White myth. And being the old grumpy granny that she is, she immediately storms over to Barbie and puts a stern finger on her chest. She goes, "What have you done, dear?"
He gives you a confused look. He's like, what?
Louisa kind of narrows her eyes at him and she goes, "You heard me. What is going on and where is the artifact?"
Just a quick check. Faye, would he know at the moment?
So, the church asked you just to let you know where the artifact ends up because, well, they're the ones that gave it to you, you know?
I
So
didn't...
you just texted them and told them where it was, and that's all you know about it. But you know that the church has, like, because you were such a useful member of the church, they decided to give you this lovely place and give you everything you want, and this is your reward for being such a loyal member.
Oh no.
But it's like, so this is just like a reward for I just watched you guys, and then they wanted to know where the cube was because they're the one that gave it to me, and then I let them know.
Louise looks fit. She goes, "Who are they, dear?"
The Happy Church.
Louisa blinks. She goes, "The Happy Church?"
Yeah, aren't you happy?
Louisa just frowns. She goes, "Does it look like I'm happy, dear?"
You, Barbie, you have a choice since it's your happy room. Do you want Louisa to stay in the happy room if they're not happy? Or are you just basically that you have two options? The room can either say they're not happy, they can't be in a happy room. Or you can just let Louisa be unhappy. It's up to you because it's your room.
I'm going to say that Barbie would not eject a person from his room because they're not happy. He would try to
Okay.
make them happy.
Alright. So, I need you to make another wisdom save then, Louisa.
Oh no.
Just saying.
Jaded. You have advantage. Oh boy. 18.
So, you feel a little calmer and you kind of do feel almost like you're not unhappy anymore. Like, the situation is still a little concerning, but you just kind of feel, it's alright. Things are gonna be okay. You know what I mean?
I hate this. I really do.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Just trust me, okay? Just trust me. So, Barbie, you watching over Louisa, see their expression go from visible concern and distress to a more calm facade. You wanted to make them happy, so the room made them happier.
Show dinner.
So, what does Barbie think about this situation?
He asked if everyone liked to have dinner.
It's okay with it. Even though me, as the player, am not okay with it.
As long
Alright.
as I get home before dark, because I promised my dad that I wouldn't be late again.
Alright, I'll be sure to drive you home.
Louisa, you still have your faculties and you still have your mind. It's just, like, there's... You know how painkillers dull pain, but sometimes you still have a little bit of pain?
Yeah.
It's like that.
I get. Louisa doesn't look as mad, but she definitely doesn't look. It's as like she looks calm. I'll say that much. She still doesn't like the situation. She goes, "I'm not really hungry. Neither am I really in the mood to do something. We did come here for a reason, but." I don't know what she would do in the situation, I'll be honest.
So, Barbie, you've been watching, and despite being calmer, Louisa doesn't seem to really be enjoying herself, even though she's clearly happier. And you're starting to not enjoy yourself because they're not enjoying themselves, and your attempts to make them happy almost seem to be backfiring. Like, despite the smiles from the others, something just doesn't feel right to you.
Are you okay? fortune teller.
It just kind of crosses her hands around, in front of her, calm, and she goes, "I'm fine, I think."
Because if you need to go back to your store, then that's understandable.
Yes, but I don't really wish to leave everybody here by themselves.
He thinks for a moment. Maybe you can just enjoy your time here with us, and then we can all head back home later.
So,
But why are we here though? Just to have fun? This is not really my idea of fun, dear.
Well, then you can probably find some other place for fun. I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in here that would be fun for you.
Why would that be?
That's what the church told me.
Do you always listen to the church?
They have good advice.
And what was it they told you that is considered good advice for this situation? It's not exactly my idea of fun, dear. But neither can I leave Lily.
Let's see. Barbie is a dunce. So he's not sure what to think of at the moment.
right, roll an intelligence check then.
Oh boy.
Straight intelligence.
It's only -1. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my god.
You see nothing wrong with this situation. So, despite Louisia's best efforts, you guys continue for a time just having fun, and despite your misgivings, there are things that are activities that you would like to do. Though I don't know Louisia's character that well, so you'd be able to say them, but imagine they're there as well. You guys have fun, and you have more fun, and you continue to have fun, and more fun. You eat, you have fun. And Barbie, I want you to make another intelligence check.
Boy. That's a little better.
You've been having fun for quite a while. And you've been doing a lot of the things that you find fun and they find fun. But it's starting to feel less fun. It's almost as if you're forgetting the stuff to compare it to. Almost like being happy all the time is a bad thing.
Oh no.
What?
Pithy.
Now, it was only a 12, so you can still have some doubt about it, Barbie. You played the 12. It's your character.
He is just going to keep enjoying having fun because even though the fun seems to be getting less fun, we'll do different fun. Yes, of course, we'll do something else.
So, you have some different fun, and more time passes. You guys are having all the fun in the world. You're reading books. You even make a video game called How to Have the Best Fun of Your Life. And everyone's just having the best time. And it's all happy and happy and happy and happy and happy and happy and happy. Roll intelligence.
no. Intelligence. Oh boy.
Once again, you're starting to really feel off now, Barbie. It's been a while with, and you've been having so much fun, but what is fun? You assume this is fun, but you don't remember feeling anything else anymore.
Like in the middle of the game of mini golf, he's like, Barbie is confused.
You feel normal because you've been having so much fun, it's become the new normal. So you're no longer feeling fun, you're just feeling normal. And you try to have more fun, but you just feel normal. You find yourself unable to have fun anymore.
Barbie is having an existential crisis.
What does Barbie do?
He is confused.
Very confused.
Well, you can always go to your friends.
He asks his current friends. Barbie says, Barbie is feeling like there's less fun. Barbie not understand.
So, the rest of you guys snapped out of it quite a long while ago, and you've just kind of been unable to really escape it because whenever Barbie comes around and and asks about it, you guys basically have to start making saves again. So you'd try to plan something and then Barbie would come in just when you're starting to get a plan and it would be wiped from your memory. So you've been kind of trying to get past a wall that keeps appearing. And
And
very-
the wall is confused.
A very high
And-
wall.
this is the one time where you guys suddenly see him and there's a brief moment of fear and then you guys realize you felt fear. You felt an emotion that was a joy. And so that's what you guys experience as Barbie walks over. Oh, it doesn't need to be fear, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, Selena is definitely
re-
fear and relief as she just like, finally, please make it stop. Please make it stop.
Realization. It's like,
Why is the room magic? Why is everything magic? What did I do?
this isn't right. Barbie.
Louisa is frowning so deep. She is a very angry granny right now.
Brad is also angry. What did you do?
We were having fun. And you guys were always just so happy to continue doing fun.
We
And now
are not.
Barbie is confused.
It is not us, dear. It is you, Louisa says with a very miffed tone, pointing at Barbie.
And that's when you feel your first real negative emotion in weeks, Barbie. You feel a little bit of, well, I'm assuming guilt, but you can decide on the emotion yourself.
He thinks for a moment, he's like, Barbie still not understand. Maybe having fun with you is wrong?
Roll me another intelligence check.
Oh boy. Ah! It was bound to happen.
Yeah, so you don't understand. You don't understand why having fun started to become less fun. But any of you guys can step forward and speak.
Right, Brad's going to speak. Now that
Having
he
fun-
is of his right mind again. Barb,
How can fun not be fun?
once you've done it all, it ends up being boring. And that's not fun.
So that's why fun is not fun? Does that mean to have fun we need to not have fun on occasion?
Life is complicated, Barb. You can't be happy all the time. Because if you're happy all the time, then what's the point?
Barbie continues to look confused.
Uh,
So being happy all the time is bad?
Well, you can't exactly be happy all the time. That's not how people work. We have other emotions, you dingus.
I keep blinking like he's like, there's other emotions than happy that are part of the human experience.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, they say being angry and being sad are negative emotions, but they're necessary for being alive.
Huh.
You still
Selena?
don't get it, do you?
He's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah,
There.
Selena kind of raises up her hand a little bit. She goes, I know you keep saying, like, human. Are you guys implementing that Barbie is not human?
And it's revealed that Barbie is an alien that the Men in Black, like, inserted into the. Barbie turns out to be an orc.
No!
Oh.
Oh god!
Uh,
Brad's worst nightmare.
Jokes aside, it's up to you what you do there, Barbie.
Barbie is like, so how does life work without positive emotion then?
That is a question that has been asked for generations of human leaders. Louisa says that she's trying very hard to keep her tone and irritation in check. As she says, there is no actual answer for that, dear. It is up to the individual how they see life.
Think of it like this. If you're gonna... Being happy is like having a slice of cake. Imagine having that same slice of cake every single day for the rest of your life. It's gonna lose its flavor.
What do you do when you decide not to be happy?
That depends. It's okay to feel sad sometimes. It's okay to feel angry about something sometimes. It's okay to be afraid of something sometimes.
He thinks about it. He's like, Barbie not know anymore. All Barbie remember is that the church wanted to make everyone happy, and they handed me the cube to help them do it.
They gave
Seems
you
like
this.
they got their wish.
Louisa rubs her temple. She goes, dear, they're making us be happy when we don't want to be happy. It is not something you need to force onto others. There are different forms of happiness, but not everybody shares that happiness. Not only that, but what makes happiness so unique is that it doesn't happen all the time. That's why we cling to it so much. But when it happens all the time, forcibly, it loses its value.
Ah.
Roll an intelligence check, Barbie.
As Barbie tries to not be a dunce.
He is
Okay,
Dutch.
so I didn't get a chance to say this, but you had advantage, thankfully.
Okay.
Because
thank you,
because
please.
they have been convincing you and you have been talking. You had advantage. But
Okay.
it's like how saying a word multiple times in quick succession makes the word lose its meaning. You realize.
So you suggest we end this then?
You're not going to like it, but yeah.
You have to, dear. We are being forced to do something we do not want. And I'm pretty sure you do not wish to make your friends do something they hate.
I would be unhappy.
Exactly.
But how would Barbie get you from this place then?
I can tell you that much. All you need to do is decide that. Basically, how do I put this? I need to know the moment Barbie decides that they want all emotions.
You know what? He's a dunce, so he's been told that all the emotions are good at some points in time, so I'm gonna say he probably takes that.
Okay. So, your intelligence is going to be increased.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Not by a small amount either, a substantial amount. Because you have
Oh, no.
learned a very, very important lesson. Specifically, it is increasing from 9 to 12.
What?
You now have above average intelligence. Congratulations.
Mind blown.
And as you look around, the room almost seems to crack and shatter like a piece of glass. And you guys are back in Louisia's little shop.
Well,
And the orb
what just happened?
and the cube is on the desk, right where you left it.
Barbie not sure?
Louisa blinks, and then she takes as calm as a breath as she can, looks to Barbie, and she goes, "Dear, perhaps it's about time you start listening to someone else other than this happy church of yours."
Okay.
I'm gonna be real with you, Barb. They sound like a cult.
I guess Barbie knows what a cult is by now, and he's like, well, because of his mind blown.
Yeah,
So
cults
he's
are
like-
bad.
there's one issue as well. Kira, do you still have detect magic up, or see the warp?
It lasts
one?
for 10 minutes.
It's been more than 10 minutes.
It's been several days. Okay, never mind then. Continue.
Yeah. Cult bad.
Forcing happiness on everyone is bad.
Yes.
Because you can't really have happiness without sadness either. Doesn't work like that. Because then you just get apathy. And that's just eh.
Barbie has come to the realization there's possibility that's not the actual cube. So he is going. He realizes that doing this without saying something would probably cause others to panic, so he says, is the cube still here? And then he goes to put his hand on the cube.
Before you do. Oh, okay. You put your hand on the cube and nothing happens, but you've held the cube before. It's never reacted to you before.
He was mostly testing to see if that was an illusion or if it was actually there.
It's a physical item.
He lets go of it. How is everyone else doing outside, though?
Let me check.
Well,
Do you
before
mean
that,
the Hurricane?
guys, Kira wants to do something.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. We messed it up. It's okay.
No.
No, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, you guys check outside. People are going about their days as normal.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
So,
But
you guys are in the store. You have the cube.
okay. Brad is checking his texts again.
Alright. There's a text from the Man in Black guy. It just says, I'm going in, and there's another text that says, the cube vanished.
That's heckin' weird. Louisa, can you check on that cube?
Louisa looks confused, but she goes, alrighty. And I guess she's going to just look it over to see if it's the same thing that see Lily's magic, I guess?
Roll perception?
I'm confused what's going on.
I'm confused on what you're exactly trying to do here.
So wait, so the artifact is there, right? It's the same
Yes.
artifact?
It's there.
So wait, I'm confused. What's Brad concerned about then, Becca? I'm confused.
Well, the cube is gone.
The cube is
From the
gone
church.
from the church where the Man in Black saw it briefly. And it's back on your desk. As far as you guys are aware.
He's just a little concerned if the power inside of it is still there.
So I guess I'm checking. Like, would Louisa be able to feel if Lily's magic's still inside? She did kind of help seal it.
I don't know. Kira? Would they be able to sense that?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what's going on. I'm confused.
it sounds to me like you guys are... Okay, let's start again from the top. You guys have... Okay. Lily? You examine the orb at the same time Selena does. Selena? I'm not really sure, so we're just gonna leave it up to Lily, because I really have no idea if you'd be able to sense it, and I've already told you what you find out, Kira.
The magic's not there. That's a fake.
The
Oh,
magic is no longer sealed inside.
That's a fake.
I think the church still has it. If that's the case.
Fantastic.
Barb, you know where this church is, right?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to get back what they stole.
Go pay the church a visit.
Pretty
Alright.
much, yeah.
So, as you guys head out, we're going to wrap up there. Thank you all for tuning
Okay.
in. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.